This is my old channel. Throughout the years since 2020, I have brought it up in terms of my past and everything, and as of this video being uploaded, this channel has been deleted forever off of YouTube. However, before that, I decided to take a look back at pretty much every project that I had worked on for this channel, all the way up to the end of 2019 when I left. Going through 1 year alone took 4 hours, I'm not even kidding, and yes, I was absolutely cringing at a lot of points. So, because I figured that nobody wants to sit through a 4-hour video of me giving commentary on my old projects, and also, that is a nightmare to edit, and even more so of a bitch when I have to export it, I have decided to break off the different sessions of me watching my own content over the years so that it's quicker to get out the door, and that way I can turn these binge sessions into a full-length journey. So, without further ado... Oh, this is Deadmau5. I don't think I did too many songs of his, but this was a big popular song at the time, Ghosts and stuff.
Deadmau5, that's a new one.
Oh yeah.
Hey, I forgot! Grandma wanted me to tell you she's making stew tonight! Fuck yeah!
Had to.
That's a good one.
That was around the time when I heard
this.
Yeah. This was fucking everywhere. I will fully admit that I used various clips from the time I did like a AMV for 200 subscribers just for this. To this day, this song still goes hard. Like, I don't know... Oh my god, like, I'm looking back and I'm thinking, like, good EDM artists in the popular eye. I'm thinking Avicii, Deadmau5, and... Like, there's some others I'm kind of forgetting, like Sean Wasabi and whatnot. Yeah, there were too many artists that were like actually put a lot of genuine effort and thought into what they want the songs to be, outside of noises, outside of electric instruments and whatnot. And Deadmau5 is one of them.
Can agree with that. I was super into him. That and Skrillex at the time.
Yeah. The Skrillex, his later stuff has some merit. His early stuff is very much like... Yeah. I think a lot of artists who picked up EDM were just like, let's just kind of do what he does.
He kind of popularized it.
He popularized it, yeah. But the difference is like, Skrillex sort of changed what he wanted to do. Like, I know... Like, for example, Recess had some pretty good songs. I know a lot of people like the Justin Bieber collab, Where Are You Now? I know that was a big song back in the day. Like, yeah, like, Skrillex at least changed, but a lot of the artists who were trying to emulate him just sort of, like, they just went to that, like, the early 2010s kind of era of EDM.
Oh, FLCL.
Yeah, Fully Cooley, the show that a lot of people remember for how crazy it was, but when the sequels came out, and you're like, man, this is just completely shit. Which is, in and of itself, kind of meta, because it goes to the whole thing of fans disliking anything new of the original creators doing, and preferring the early work. which I think kind of works to the whole thing of like what Fooly Cooly is kind of about.
Insanity.
It's not insanity as much as it is just sort of like, because the whole thing is around sort of the perspective of someone at an age demographic. Like Fooly Cooly is from the perspective of Nauta, who is a kid, and it's just like an ordinary life. All this crazy shit happening, all the shit that doesn't make any sense, and then you go to Fooly Cooly, Progressive and Alternative. These are teenagers that are growing up into adulthood. One of them has to learn about growing up. The other has to learn about letting go of people who are not going to come back. And then grunge is more so like the newer ones that they're coming out with was more so about I think the grunge was more about just sort of like living in an apathetic world where people just give up on their dreams. And then the second one that they came out with recently was it was more so about,
I'm trying to remember.
I think it was sort of about just sort of like maybe living in the moment or just kind of having a purpose in its own way. I don't know. I don't really know. What I do know is that the voice of Sarah's Victoria, Jesse Nowak, actually got to play the main character in that last one.
All I just remember about Fooly Cooly was I just did not like grunge.
It's
I didn't vibe with it, but maybe.
Like I think grunge is like the best examples of it sort of returning to form in a lot of ways. But because I'm an adult, I look at it now like this is just kind of she's hitting on a kid. It's really iffy. I would have used this series because I have the version without subtitles. I would have used it, except like this. I think this episode literally just came out at the time.
Beautiful as always.
I'm honestly surprised I didn't use more of like Fate Stay Night, because it has some really good fights.
Oh yeah,
like the fucking
the
chariot fight in Fate Zero is like I love it.
Unfortunately, a lot of people just do whatever is popular, so you know, a lot of stuff just goes unnoticed, which kind of sucks.
Oh, this was this was the other Jordeka song I did. This was Clan War. But yeah, you want to talk about like essential like popular like overdone EDM and whatnot and dubstep. This is a prime example of it. God, the quality of the audio is so bad. This is when I figured out cropping. This is one, because this is because there used to be an AMV back in the day set to like 2 songs in particular for this Naruto fight, and it got removed off the platform. I managed to salvage it, and I was using it a lot of times.
Oh, that's nice.
I wouldn't feel worse about it, except like the AMV really was just more or less the uncut fight scenes of Naruto and just set to instrumental music. So it's not really it's not really an AMV as much as it is just anime with music playing over it. Yeah, but this is why I figured out the cropping, because it legitimately was just a small box, and you could tell by the quality of that shit. I really wish I used more Fate Stay Night fights, and I immediately use another Fate Stay Night fight. I guess I didn't figure out the aspect ratio problem.
You mostly had it covered. Yeah, I've never heard the song before.
I don't blame you. The only reason why I found it was because KSI used Get Hyper, and then I looked up Droideka and I realized, oh, they like made 3 songs that I found. One of them was Human Error and one of them was this. And, it's really not stuff I would listen to today. It really is not.
It's nice seeing the music sense you were into, though, at the time.
Yeah. I mean, some of the music I listened to from the animes, and it's just like, yeah, this is stuff I'm still into, but then I just listen to stuff like this and I'm like, yeah, this is part of the times. Also, Tokyo Ghoul, aka the first season that had some good fights, that one really good fight, and then it all went downhill from there. Yeah, with just using the software at hand, like I got a lot better at sort of like matching together different cuts and making this look more fluid.
What this anime is?
Oh, Monica Mashka?
Oh, I never knew that.
Yeah.
I was just like, huh. That's definitely not it.
Yeah, this was definitely one of those videos where it's just like, I would definitely, like, if I were to still edit today, yeah, this is not a song I would use. Like, the editing is fine. I can tell I'm getting better. Like, that match cut. Yeah. Okay, I forget. Yeah, this is right. This is more when I started doing these stupid ass titles to it instead of just saying like the name of the song.
I used to do that.
Oh, is this is a Virtual Riot song, I think. Hang on. Yeah, fuck Gravity. Yeah, so around this time, I think I started, like, noticing, hey, I keep using the same shit over and over again, why don't I mix things up, and actually started using other anime, and started using other clips. Which I honestly like, looking back, because it's just like, otherwise, this would have been how many hours of me looking at the same damn shit over and over again? Like, at least change something up, dude. And I'm glad. Yeah, this is right. This is when Volume 5... Oh my god, this is when Volume 5 of Ruby was coming out. This is when Volume 5 of Ruby was coming out, aka the volume where everyone stands around and does nothing. This is also, I think, after this volume, you can tell how much I really started to, like, genuinely start hating Ruby, because after this volume, I kind of started to back away from using Ruby in my videos entirely. Like, I went from really enjoying it, to hating it, to criticizing it, to now being sort of disappointed about it. Also, causing no stigma. Yeah, this was definitely around the time when I had an eye for match cutting. Yeah. Like, you can't even tell the change. But there it is.
They're always fun to make. God, so well detailed.
Yeah, the first that scene in the scene in K Project, like this scene is like it's interesting, it's odd, but it's just like there's very few scenes actually like this, as opposed to the second season, which just did nothing but that so many times.
I only thought there was one season of the show. I did not know there was a second.
Yeah, there was
The show was incredibly hard for me to find.
I can link you where I found it.
Nah, don't worry. I have it.
I have my ways.
Yeah, I have my ways. Don't worry.
Yeah, like, this is, again, what I'm talking about with match cuts.
Meanwhile,
God. It goes. Oh, I see how you're masking it.
Yeah, like that too. Like, you use certain flashing frames, certain colors. I look out for them. This is when I started to pick up on that.
Yeah, that's
Like that, right? As soon as you see it, you can't unsee it. Like, you can't even, like, that's the thing, you can't really tell when exactly the cut comes in. Like, this is why I think I really started to get more into the vibe of actually doing like, better quality AMVs.
And then this was also the year I did start to implement audio in between the music videos. It's really...
I feel like just ads.
Yeah, it is, but it's poorly edited because legitimately all I did was just hit unmute on a clip, and that's it. Now I can actually set the audio levels to be right.
Yeah, that way it can, like, time to the music and stuff.
Yeah, and not be distracting. Or just barely audible. Like, the audio just drags on into the next clip.
God, I forgot that character even existed for a minute.
There it is again!
Hey, if it works the first time, you use it the second.
The thing is, I could have just taken these match cuts and then just had a folder of them. No, I had to redo them every single time because I was that much of a fucking lunatic. I recycled so many anime clips, and yet these match cuts were not the ones I recycled.
What can we say? You're a man who is dedicated to his craft. Ah, that was always a problem I had with My Hero Academia.
Oh yeah, the dimmed fights. I would instinctively, like, when I could, I would try to rebrighten them, but I stopped doing it when I found out that they did it so that people wouldn't have, like, epilepsy.
Oh.
Yeah, it was like there was like a lot of bright flashes, so Studio Bones would deliberately dim the brightness on theirs and everything so that it wouldn't be like stressful for the eyes and anything to watch, because they don't want a repeat of what Pokemon did.
I did not know that, huh? Because when I was looking at even the Blu-ray copies, I'm like, huh, it still has the same problem.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
So I think that is definitely a health and safety concern.
Shit.
This, I think, if I recall correctly... Okay, there's a story behind this one. Let's see. Which one is this? Yep, this is the Savant song. Cali 47. Okay. So, this was after a year or so, like 2020, I think, when I had left the channel and pretty much privatized the videos. I get a message on Twitter from somebody who found their son's Twitter account and was like, yeah, my son really wants this AMV in particular, and it's sad that it's privatized. I want it back. I want it back. It's just like... And at the time, I was just like, yeah, unfortunately, I don't have the videos anymore, so sorry. However, I managed to somehow get this one up for you, so here you go. Like, acting as if I didn't have just these on hand at any point. But, it's just funny because the person, like, you could really tell if you found, like, if I showed you the DM, where it's just like the person... Most likely, it was some kid on Twitter who said and did whatever he wanted, and then was like, went to Mom, I want to get this particular video from this creator, but I can't find it. Can you ask him? And just like went on his Twitter and saw the shit that he was posting and then just grounded him. And then like I out of curiosity, I remember looking back at it, and it was just like a message that just says, "I want it back." And it was just like they didn't bother to DM me first before doing any of that. It's just like, I don't know. I haven't heard anything from them at all, and it's probably for the best. I don't know what that kid's doing, but whatever. Congratulations, you get your shout out for the day.
Well, let's see what this kid was waiting for. God, I love this song.
If the rest of the song was like this, I would not mind it. I love that clip in particular. That clip in particular. Oh, what the? Stop.
YouTube hates your stuff.
It does. I love that clip in particular because there's a clip of just Get Low by Little John just playing, and it's just this. And then it just cuts to a clip of, like, Need for Speed Most Wanted, where it's just like somebody's just running into walls back and forth. Oh dear. God, yeah, you can absolutely tell that I absolutely had these legally, and absolutely didn't in any way, shape, or form. I absolutely legally had these, and in no way, in any way, shape, or form, had a watermark in the top left.
Oh, I hate when that frickin' happens.
You know what I'm realizing is that the more I watch this particular one, I realize this is just a precursor for current day YouTube. Just constant loud music
How
and
so?
brain rot.
Oh.
Just...
Post this on TikTok and you'll get millions of views.
Considering that site has a theft problem, I wouldn't be surprised if somebody inadvertently bookmarked a number of my AMVs and then just put them on there for people to watch. I wouldn't be surprised. I seriously doubt it, because I doubt that I'm that big of a fucking deal, but still. There's probably people who realize because these videos were private for so long, and because I'm deleting them, yeah, they're up for grabs. At this point, I'm just like, I don't give a fuck. This is, to quote, what's his name from, like, Video Game High School, the guy who played Law.
Oh shit.
He made a video acting as, like, the MTV representative, and it's just like, he's just, to quote him,
otherwise known as not our f***ing demo anymore.
Also, I'm not an expert, but I think this was made when I was in my senior year of high school. Yep, this was absolutely when I was in my senior year of high school. This was, like, the best year of my life. I say that, best year of my life, followed by the worst year of my life, 2020.
Listen, no one can have a perfect year.
Yeah, no one can have a perfect year. Some years you can just decide to eat bat soup. This is also when I started adding in the Persona 5 opening. Mind you, this was, I think, sometime slightly before I... No, wait, actually, wait. No, this was definitely when I was playing Persona 5 at this time. So yeah, that checks out. I debated on having this entire sequence just be audio from the anime, but it sounded really fucking terrible, so I went without it. Like, if I were to do it nowadays, yeah, absolutely, I would do this. Yeah, this was all gonna be, like, just unmuted audio. And it just sounded completely, it just sounded completely horrible. Like, the audio was coming in fine, but just, like, the audio balance was so terrible. And then I just used this fight for a while until the drop.
It is a good fight, though.
I mean, yeah, like, look, I'm not gonna dunk on Monty Ohm's choreography or anything, but it's just like, I look at this and I'm just like, yeah, I mean, didn't have to hold on this.
Oh, that's so cool. Okay, that was pretty cool.
Okay. At the time, there was a video that came out by Purple Eyes, the comment on the internet that broke me. Where his whole video was talking about the game SSX, where it was a snowboarding game and everything, and somebody commented was like...
He rates everything out of 5 stars. The graphics, 5. Great, wonderful. He loved the play mechanics, 5 out of 5. Goes on to give everything a 5. And then, he says, overall, the game deserves a 2 out of 5. He said that he didn't like the game because he thought the music sucked. The game had custom soundtracks. Custom soundtracks. The game had custom soundtracks. The game had custom sound. Do you hate your own music? Where are you? If I find you, I swear to God, you will not. You know what? That's a cat leash. That is a leash to walk a cat. No human being should own this. And I own this. If I find you, you are gonna walk my cat. You are gonna walk my cat because you're.
And then that's where this came from.
Oh, you want to go outside, do you?
You're not better than me.
I'm spending all my time for watching. Wanna take me round the streets till the night is up. I'm getting it. I don't know if I'm not making this shit for 3 years. I'm in the same damn spot.